How's it going, guys? Welcome to Success Switch. Today we'll be talking about how to build character effectively. All of your behaviors and attitudes aren't actually controlled by you. What they are controlled by are your paradigms. Paradigm is a fancy word for your perceptions or the lens in which you view the world. In other words, the way you see things pragmatically influences the way you are, who you are, and ultimately your character. In turn, your behaviors and attitudes stem out of how you view the world. In the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, which the majority of the information in this video comes from, Covey explains that there are essentially two main paradigms in our lives. Firstly, there are realities, the way the world is, but to us, or the way we see it. We subjectively perceive everything in our lives. These various perceptions can be captured by the popular idea of how we respond to things in life far outweighs what actually happens to us. So again, different people respond differently to the same stimuli, and we see the world in various lights. Some people get a bad grade and they can be fine because being a good student isn't in their role of character, while others can be miserable for weeks on end because they see themselves as good students and the bad grade threatens their character. Alongside the reality paradigm is the value paradigm. Values are ultimately how we believe the world should be. But how do realities and values build up on our character? Simple. The answer is that we act on these realities and values. The majority of the time we act wrong because we are blinded by inaccurate perceptions and frames of reference. For example, imagine you have to navigate from Orlando, Florida to Los Angeles, California. You would need a map to get there. But what if the map was wrong? What if the map detailed how to get from New York City to Ontario, Canada? Would changing your behavior or attitude change the outcome of you not being able to reach your location of Los Angeles? No. See, values are the territory of the map. The primary goal is to match up your map or your values to correct principles to form a correct map. Once you do this, you will have the correct territory on your map to lead you to Los Angeles, or your successful character. Exhibiting positive thinking and uplifting behavior are surface level. They are secondary traits of success. You are responsible for creating change in your life. Any knowledge is completely useless without acting upon it. In addition, there is no quick fix technique to anything worthy of long-lasting change. As Thomas Paine observed, that which we obtain too easily, we esteem too lightly. It is dearness only which gives everything value. Heaven knows how to put a proper price on its goods. Our image of ourselves and our role as individuals in society heavily influence the way that everyone views themselves. Character is the basis of life and is also the way everyone is viewed. If our character is marked with insincerity, it won't matter how good our intentions are. It's just ineffective to have bad character. All things in life are based on basic goodness. Then the techniques come into play. The main point here to be made is that you shouldn't act on impulses and emotions, but rather correct principles. Okay, now let's talk about the detrimental impacts poor character can have. There is a lot more wrapped up in how we see problems than the problems themselves. Let's say you are a CEO of a company and you worry that your employees aren't producing the results that you want them to. Many would turn to the quick fix scheme rather than facing this chronic problem straight on. For instance, would it be a good idea to hire a motivational speaker? It may get better results from your workers from a week, but if your character is smudged by selfishness, your employees will recognize this and feel no obligation whatsoever to volunteer the greatest asset of their effort. Moreover, if you view your employees as mere robots, it will shine through your character and, of course, through your attitudes and behaviors. This entire idea can be seen everywhere in the world, in relationships, in school, etc. You have to have a solid foundation for character that cannot be stressed enough. So to ensure that you act and project an image that you want to be known as, of course, you have to start first with your character. The way we view the problem is the problem, and the way you view the problem is in direct correspondence to your character. If you wish someone else could just change and the problem would be solved, you would be mistaken. It starts with changing how you view the problem and how you can change yourself to a solution instead of adding to the problem. What can you do? Start with the most inside part of yourself, with your paradigms, your characters, and your motives. Let's now talk about how we can build our character, how to upgrade ourselves to the next level. We have to step away from ourselves with an objective lens. To do this, you can have a sit-down conversation with a sibling, a parent, and just simply ask them what they think your strengths are. These are the areas that you want to build up on. By setting goals and staying true to them, you build repetitive habits. Remember, perfect practice makes perfect. For example, if you want to be trustworthy, you must first be trusted. You must stick to promises and goals relating to keeping your side of the stick. You must back up your words. If you were to die next week, would you be happy with the things people would say about you? If you use your imagination to depict your death in just a week, and you imagine what people would say about you, would you be happy? Most likely your true values would shine through. You wouldn't care about your money or your status because that doesn't leave a lasting legacy like correct principles do. Well, that does it for us at Success Switch. Although the information here is valuable, you must really internalize it.
I've been hit by, but I have to stay afloat. It's not easy. Be a person you don't want. Can somebody